Now, you don't market yourself as being a relationship expert.
Not at all.
This is your third book, right? About relationships?
No. This is my first book about relationships.
It is. I'm sorry.
My first two books were motivational books for teens, for young people. The first one is called Letters to a Young Brother, Manifest Your Destiny, and the second one was called Letters to a Young Sister, Define Your Destiny.
Now, tell me, what was it? What was the inspiration that made you want to write this book?
Well, there's a very interesting thing happened. About 2.5 years ago, I was having a dinner party at my house, and I had a group of single brothers over and single women, and the purpose was really just to have a dinner party and hang out, not really to delve into relationships. But what started to come up very interestingly to me was that the group of brothers were talking about the fact that they said, I have not been able to meet that woman I really want to commit to, so I'm dating a number of women. I can't meet that woman. I mean, it was almost like a refrain said in different ways. Mm-hmm. And then the group of women were saying something that they were all saying the same thing, but said in different ways. There are no good men out there. There are no good brothers out there.
Ditto.
And so, there was no logic to that. There's absolutely no logic. There's got to be something fundamentally broken if two groups of people talking about each other are claiming that no one right for them exists in the other group.
Right.
So that's a logic problem. So my head started to so what is going on? And then I got hit with those data points I just mentioned. When you're talking about, when I first heard that 84% of in two-parent households dropping to 31% in 40 years. I said, well, maybe that's just a sign of the times. Maybe, folks aren't staying together, even if they're having kids. Right. Maybe that's it. So I looked into what's going on in other distinct ethnic categories in this country, and I was blown away. 86% of Asian American kids are being raised in two-parent households in 2006. Wow. 79% of white American kids are being raised in two-parent households in 2006, and 69% of Latino American children are being raised in two-parent households.
So it's us?
We're at 31%.
It's us.
So we're not even half of the lowest other number.
Right. So we ain't shit, pretty much.
That's just the words.
Okay, Tina Davina, you have a poem for us this week?
I do.
I'm sorry, this wine. Okay, please take it away.
Let's take it's called Talk to Me. Yes, lately you've been in another place, another space. No matter how many roads I take, I just can't seem to get where you are. You've been holding up your guards. I know it's hard, but baby, you've got to talk to me. I may not always want to hear it. I may not always like what you have to say, but please tell me anyway. Silence is a luxury we can't afford to take when feelings are at stake, when I see it in your face. Let's not make decisions in haste. Talk to me, whisper to me, confide in me, don't hide from me. Sing to me, even if you can't. Chant soliloquies of your feelings, of the things you're thinking and think you cannot say. Please, tell me anyway. Even if you think I've already heard, engage soft words, caress my ears with cashmere, speak so clear that I can hear your gulps, your breaths between syllables. Be sensible but not too sensitive. I'd rather you be unadulterated, permeated through my skin, digging deep until I understand. I don't want to guess or think secondhand, and I'll be damned if you can't talk to me, address me, express to me, verses that may hurt, converse. Start by uttering words and let them fall where they may. Say what you gotta say. I'm eagerly waiting just to listen. Speak your speech. Preach what you believe. It's just you and me and all the time that you need. I just need you to talk to me.
All right. All right. Our topic tonight, the conversation, how to better communicate with your man to get the relationship you want, with special in-studio guest, Hill Hopper. We'll be back with more after the break. Give us a call, 877-2-106-106. I need a refill.
No, you don't. It's still full.
All righty then. Otis music selection, West Coast.
Nice choice.
Welcome back to the Claudia Jones Show. Evan Pigeons. Special in-studio guest, author, actor.
Activist.
Everything. It's a little bit of everything.
Absolutely.
All right. Stable male. The conversation. Hill Hopper. We have the Hill Hopper conversation.
Yes.
How to better communicate with your man and get the relationship you want. That is our topic tonight. Call in 877-2-106-106. Hill Hopper, I have a question for you.
Yes.
I'm a 36-year-old woman. I think I'm a great catch.
Yes.
And it seems like, I love to talk. I love to spend time on the phone. And a lot of times it seems like men nowadays, especially black men, they're really not so much into it. Like, it's texting. I don't talk on the phone. I know that really means the man that really wants to talk to me will, but what is up with this? Is technology ruining our relationships and our communication?
No. I see. First, I like to think of everything. I'm a glasses half full type of brother. So technology offers new touch points, new opportunities, and if you use it in the wrong way, now sometimes folks can use it, and you literally have to use your intuition. Whether it's sexting or any type of texting or whatever you want to do,
Do you
or
sex?
how you use it.
I was gonna what do you know about
Are you a sexing freak?
We're talking about the conversation.
He's blushing. I like it. I like it. All right. Okay.
So here's the deal. So whatever you like, whether it's talking on the phone or bowling or massages, it doesn't matter. So you don't have to say, well, it's about the phone. If those are the things you enjoy, then those are the things you enjoy. You don't have to judge them. And then you look for someone to complement that enjoyment, right? So you're right. If you're dating somebody who doesn't like to talk on the phone, now if talking on the phone is a big thing to you, like you literally, you want to be on the phone with somebody, then that means, I'd say, like, what do you do with your girlfriends? You talk on the phone with them?
No,
she doesn't answer.
When these girls call, I don't pick up the phone.
Okay.
But if it's someone I'm interested in, I want to know. I want to hear the tone of his voice. I want to hear how he laughs. I want to hear what he has to say to me.
Well, why don't you want to hear that in person?
Yes.
No, I would love to. But
Schooler Hill. Schooler.
No, I do want to hear that in person, but sometimes we don't have that luxury. If the person's out of town, what have you, you know, working on a project, whatever. I'm just saying.
on the football field.
I don't date athletes anymore. I told you.
She just said that she stopped yesterday.
I'm tired. No, but
what you're talking about, and I'm just to be really honest because I know we don't have a ton of time. What you're talking about is really surface level problems. There's a real root of a different problem that's of a different nature. Meaning, if you're attempting to date men that aren't actually physically available or around, then already right there, how do you expect to actually develop a friendship if you're not seeing the person? Long distance relationships are inherently difficult. Now, they're not impossible, but they're difficult. And the idea of saying, well, I want a man that wants to talk on the phone, perhaps you should start looking at, maybe you should want a man around you that you actually can build a relationship with by looking them in the eye and actually having real conversations. And so let's talk about the root of the problem, not just the Band-Aid they put on top. You know, just because you find a guy who likes to talk to you on the phone doesn't mean he's the right guy for you.
Oh, no, I understand that, but I know I speak for a lot of the women here. I hate to sound like I'm generalizing, but it's been really difficult in Los Angeles. The numbers are really not in favor of women here. The ratio is horrible.
Let me be very clear.
Am I not right?
Well, there's something
statement.
that I found. There's something I found in my research for the book, and this could be some women don't like it when I say this, but there are a lot of women that say there are not enough men, the numbers are a problem. But what I found in doing my research is that 95% of the women are trying to date 5% of the men.
That's true. I feel you on that.
And so you can say the numbers aren't in your favor. No, you're right. If you're trying to pick from that small little window of 5%, you're right. The numbers aren't in your favor.
Awful.
And because what happens with that 5% is that 5% has a huge choice range. It's almost and so that's why we end up hearing things like brothers are players. Well, there are brothers within a 5% group that may exhibit that because they have a huge choice.
So you're suggesting I should lower the bar.
I'm not suggesting you should lower the bar.
Yeah, just throw those expectations out the window.
Step outside of the circle. Step outside of the circle.
I'm suggesting you actually take a look in the mirror and have the conversation happens on 3 levels. The first conversation has to happen with self. You have to look at yourself in the mirror and really be honest with yourself. What do you really want? What do you really want? Now, if what you really want is the lifestyle or what's represented in that 5% that's your taste or that you're going for, that you think you want, then cop to that and then know that that may come with not having the same partner all the time.
Right.
And that person being away, and that person maybe not having time to be on the phone with you. But if what you really want is someone to build a life with, someone to actually partner and go to the next level in your life with, then you have to start looking at a much bigger idea of what that means and those people who can fit into that group. And that's what it's really about. So that first conversation is with yourself. The second conversation is with partners or potential partners. And the third is with community, your friends, family, etc. So it's 3 levels of the conversation. Most of us are sending our representative 95% of the time. I interviewed this brother who had dated one for 6 years, was married for 3, and he said 3 years into the relationship, he realized he didn't know the woman he had married. That's 9 years into being together.
And what was
3 years into the marriage.
What was his? I mean, why?
He said they both had been sending the representative for so long.
That long?
Finally, 3 years into the marriage, finally they both were just tired, and they said, you know what? This is who I am, and they had to relearn it. Now they're still together, but they went through a lot of counseling, went to their pastor, did a lot of work. But they had to relearn each other because they both copped to the fact that, look, I was sending my representative too.